Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This will be episode 2 of Total Drama Draft. And what's going to be happening is we actually have a debut at Total Drama Tavern. He will be mainly he'll be using Adventure Camp characters, but since he's joining late, you will only have 5 instead of the usual 10. So, just to shake things up a little bit, this will be the one and only debut / returnee this season. So, let's get into it. So, the very first thing, you guys will be a viewer vote, and you guys chose to send Ice's team to elimination. And here, if I call your name, you are safe. Ennui, Katie, Trent, Elodie, Damien, MacArthur, Sammy, Junior, and finally Ezekiel, meaning Mickey has been eliminated. Ezekiel is celebrating a little bit because he's not the first one eliminated from his team. And here, in the next challenge will be Tug of War. And the way that this will be working is the 3 teams with the least amount of people will not be competing and will automatically be safe, which is Cody, me, and Tavern will not be competing in this challenge whatsoever. It's like a way for us to catch a little break. And yes, this challenge was planned. So the first team will be Ice versus Joseph. And Joseph's team will dominate this round. And the next team will be Zay versus KC's team. And I'm just looking at it, and Zay's team will, of course, is overall stronger than Casey's team. Alright, the next one will be Anth versus FNAF. And overall, Anth's team is stronger than everyone else. So, and the final 2 teams is Ripper versus Owen. To be honest, I just think Ripper's team does. It's just much more balanced whenever it comes to strategy and strength. So we're down to the final 4 to see who goes to elimination. Next one is FNAF versus Owen. I believe FNAF would just take this win over Owen's team. Next one's Casey versus Ice. And I just think Ice's team would do... This is actually hard, but I'm going to give the advantage to Casey's team. And the final one is Ice versus Owen, and I'm sorry, Owen's team just better equipped. Ice's team will probably work better together, but none of them is actually gifted in strength. And so, let's move everyone up here. And if I call your name, you're safe. Ennui, MacArthur, Sammy, Ezekiel, Damien, Trent, Elodie, and last but not least, Junior, which means Katie is eliminated here. So sorry about that, but it is what it is. The next one is campfire building. Each team will have to build and light a 2-foot tall campfire. And I believe my team will be one of the first ones because Cameron and Alejandro work good together. And the next is Joseph's team would also crush the challenge because Jasmine knows this kind of stuff. Zay's team would also succeed in this very easily, along with Ripper's team. And so, Ice's team will also be able to get it done pretty easily because of Elodie and Damien. And then FNAF's team will also do very, very, very well. And so we're down to the final four. Final five. Tavern, Cody, Anth, Casey, and Owen. Now, to nap this, I'm pretty sure Tavern's team will be able to figure it out. And I believe Anth's team will eventually be able to figure it out. Followed by Casey. And the final one is Owen versus Cody. And to be honest here, I think Owen's team will almost have the fire going. And then Dwayne trips, giving Cody's team the win. And Dwayne is badly burned here, so he is actually medically evacuated from this challenge. Sadly. But then it's revealed in a confessional that Julia pushed him into it because she doesn't like old people. Alright, next one is Woodland Survival. Basically, whichever team can survive in the woods the best wins. And basically the first whole team to go inside lose. And I am sorry about this, guys, but there's just one team that is really just terrible at this challenge. I'm so sorry, but yeah, Ant, I'm sorry. Your team is not really fitted for outdoors. And sadly here, I feel like it would be a no-brainer. Dave, I'm sorry, you are definitely gone here. I know that this may come out as a shock to some people, but I just think they would be one of the first people to just straight up quit in the first few minutes. And everybody would just bolt them off here. Next one would be truth telling. Everybody's gonna be very truthful. And the team that can be truthful the longest wins. And one of the teams that really don't lie that much would be Anth. Anth's team would definitely be telling the truth throughout the majority of this. Alright, and then the next one, Ice's team is none of them really known to lie that much. Next up is Owen. And the final one, then Tavern's team will also be safe here. Just because one person that's really been prone to lying are Carol and Tom. But they don't lie that much. They're usually pretty open about everything. Alright. And so next one, I feel like my team will be able to do it along with FNAF's team. Then I believe just Justin able to convince the girls to fess up about telling the truth with his looks, earning some respect from Cody and Tyler. He says, we're one of the smallest teams out there. We needed this win. Alright, and one of the next ones would be Casey. Casey's team would also do very well. Then I believe next up, followed by Ripper, and then finally Zay's team, which means Joseph's team goes to elimination for the very first time. And here, I think a lot of them would not like this person, so I'm sorry. But Scary Girl is out here. Sadly, yes, she is eliminated here. I mean, I personally I'm on the fence about Scary Girl, but to be 100% honest with you, she has potential to go far. This just wasn't her season. And all that. So, the next challenge will be a go-kart race. And basically, they have to assemble a go-kart, then drive it. One of the first teams across the line would be Tavern team. Because Tom's good. I feel like Tom is good at mechanics. And with Will's strength and Rosa keeping their team unified, Miriam and Carol will be able to drive it across the finish line within a record time. Then, actually followed by FNAF, because a good bit of their team is tech savvy, followed by my team. Because Cam does know his way around mechanics. Same with Alejandro. And Sanders is shown to have some decently good driving skills. And one of the few next ones after that would be Zay's team along with KC, but right before them KC, just because Jeff is a decent mechanic. Sean and Axel. Oh, for KC, Sean and Jeff probably very good at fixing things. And on Zay's team, Mary, Sierra, and Axel will be able to fix it pretty fast. And one of the next ones would be Anth. I did think Jeff would come over to help out Brody and we'll come out to help his team out, which will be, as Chris would say, perfectly legal, and they will be able to drive it across the finish line pretty fast. The next challenge, the next team I think would cross would be Owen. I think Courtney will be able to get it through dumb luck with a little bit of Julia's help, followed by Ripper and Joseph. Because of MK for Ripper, Scott and Harold will be able to tag the go-kart, and with Joseph, I feel like MK would just, after she MK just decided to step up and fix the go-kart. And now it's down to Cody and Ice. And I'm sorry here, but Cody, your team's going back to elimination here. And here, I'm sorry to say this, but Sugar will be eliminated here. It's just, I think more people will be against. She'll get on our entire team's nerves because she's just a gross version of Owen. Meaning that we're on to the next challenge, the big sleep. So, I'm going to say some of the better contestants in this and move them up. First one being Sean. Sean, while also having Sam, would also be very good at this. Someone else who's very underrated at this would be Axel. For the same reasons as Sean. I mean, no DJ and Sierra because they for a really long time. Same with Eva. Alright. And then the next team I feel like would be able to do good would be Ripper's team, just because Gwen originally did win the challenge. Followed by FNAF, because Duncan is very good at stuff like that. And Scarlett will be able to help them out. We'll probably make something to help their teams to stay awake for longer, like an adrenaline booster. Another one would be Ice, because of Ennui. And Trent and MacArthur are known to stay awake for long periods of time. And for the next one would be Joseph. I just think their team will be able to stay up for a while. Alright. And time to get down to the nitty gritty. So I think my team will be able to get through pretty easily. And I feel like here they're just trying. Justin is barely able to hang on. And then I feel like Tavern would come in next, just because Tom and Carol. Alright, and the next challenge, and I feel like the team who will win this. I'm sorry, but point goes to Ant's team. So sorry, Owen, but your team is going to elimination. And here, I'm sorry, but brother, but Owen is eliminated here for being one of the first ones to fall asleep. Yeah, and the next challenge will be a fear factor. Basically, people who are able to overcome their fears. And this will be based off of percentage. So here's the thing: Jeff overcomes his fear. Don be able to overcome his. Sam, I don't think Sam will. Jay will. Sean will. Jen will not. Emma will. Miles will not, and Rod will, meaning Casey has a 3 out of 10, putting him at the top. Alright. The next challenge, and then Zay's team, DJ will do his. Noah probably won't do his. Eva will do hers. Sierra would not be able to do hers. Kelly, no. Laurie, yes. Axel, yes. Lorenzo, yes. And Mary, no. Giving Casey's team safety for another round. So Ripper's team has to have 4 people that have not been able to complete, that cannot complete their fear. Ripper, yes. I only think Scott and Jose wouldn't be able to do it, so their team, Ripper's team, does pass this challenge. And FNAF's team, none of them are really. A lot of them have faced their fears before, so I am going to give them the pass. And the next team is Ice's team, which I believe majority of them will face their fears and get a better percentage than Zay. And the next one is Zay versus Joseph, which Joseph's team will get the dub there. Alright, and next up is Talk is my team, and yes, but I feel like I'll have a better percentage than Zay's team. And next up is Cody's team, and I just believe that they would just have a better percentage. Because I only think the only person not playing for confronting their fear would be Amy. And yes, I feel like that would just put them over the top with a 5 out of 6, with 50 out of 60. Yep, it will put them. It will give them a better percentage. Tavern's team, yes, everybody will be able to overcome their fear. Actually, it would actually be a tie. Just because Miriam and Tom wouldn't be able to overcome their fears. And actually Will wouldn't be able to either. So Zay's team would be safe. And on Ant's team, yes, on Owen's team, everybody will be able to do that. It means Tavern's small team is going to elimination already. And here, I'm sorry, but here I believe that they just vote Carol for just not fitting in with anyone, just being very bossy. Even though she did her fear, sadly, giving Tavern only 4 characters left: Miriam, Tom, Will, and Rosa. The next challenge will be speed eating, and tough break for Owen's team just because Owen's out. One of the people who probably best at this would be Ripper's team, followed by FNAF's team, then my team, and I feel like Cody's team will be able to do good in this also, compared to some of the other ones. Owen's team, yes, because they have Wayne and Chase. And next up, I think I have Tavern. I think his team will do good. And then Zay's team will be able to scarf down food pretty fast, and for the next team to be able to scarf down food will be Ice's team, followed by Anth. And here, I just think Joseph's team would do the worst because some of the characters wanting to maintain their figures. And the bottom 3 would be Heather, Nichelle, and Amaria. Heather being safe, and then finally Nichelle, meaning Anne Maria is eliminated here. Just because she's getting on nerves. Next is Trivia. And we're gonna put in some of the teams with the trivia buffs up here. Ripper, because Harold and Priya. Cameron, just because my team, just because Cameron's very smart. Owen, just because Julia and Courtney. Tavern, just because a lot of his characters are really good in the brains department. Ice, because I think LD would really study up for the show. Next is Joseph, just because people like Kitty have some of the, because Kitty, LaShawn, and Jasmine would make a good 4, good 3 about memorizing pretty much about a lot about people from Total Drama. Next team would be FNAF, followed by Cody, and finally Anth, because I think Beth will be able to probably hinder his team a good bit, but Beth will be able to bring them back from the danger zone. And then the final team I think would do the worst would be, I'm sorry, KC, your team's going to elimination for the first time. And here, just because of the challenge, I'm sorry, but Raj is eliminated because he kept blurting out the wrong answers. And that is it for episode 2. If you guys like this, leave a like down below. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Later.